What's good, everybody? It's your boy King Dares with NoApproval.Podcast, the 11th episode. It seemed like I took a vacation because I haven't been on here in a week or so. But the 11th episode, we have a special guest here with us, and it's going to be called What is Our Youth Doing? And go ahead and introduce yourself, special guest.
Man, you already know, man. Alex Cadet, for those that don't know me. From Charlotte, pretty much, man. I went to Hopewell High School, graduated 2009. So, for those that don't know me, follow me, Nothing But a G Thing on all platforms.
Nothing But a G Thing.
Yeah, man. AG, man. The initials.
What?
You gotta run it all together. NUTHNBUTAG
So let's get a little bit deeper about you. What do you do, and who are you? Because they don't know who you are.
Yeah, that's true, man. So for me, pretty much what I do now is I work in Gaston County, Belmont, doing all youth programs, things like that. And basically how I got into that is through sports growing up. And I was always in recreation, doing basketball, football, baseball, anything, man. So that's pretty much what I wanted to do when I grew up, man, because I wanted to just really give back to the community, man, and really, give the knowledge that I had. So, I started off playing recreation, middle school level, high school level basketball. Then I ended up playing college basketball at Army, West Point Military Academy.
D1?
D1, man.
Full
D1.
ride?
Yeah, full ride,
Dang.
man. So I was there for 2 years, had some knee injuries and things like that. Ended up coming back home, man, to UNC Charlotte finishing up. So, yeah.
Okay. So you say you work with the youth. What do you do with the youth?
So pretty much all programming in the community, man. So really giving youth options, man, as far as things to do besides, being out, getting into trouble like I would have been doing if I was young and I didn't have nothing to do. So all programming as far as basketball, sports, football, all that. So, and then even getting into like STEM, like engineering, sciences, and then after school programs, things like that. So
my question is to you, okay, so you said, you make programs to, make sure they're out of trouble and you make sure they're on a good path. As a leader to these young lads and the youth, what's one of the big challenges you face right now?
As far as what with the youth, challenges I face, challenges they face, man, is just, not having enough options, which I have a job for, like, giving them something to do. Because people don't have, kids don't have things to do as far as that's concerned. And so, really what I want to do is just offer things to them, as far as, keeping them off the street, giving them something to do, giving them options as far as, just going home and doing something.
So, you sound like you're a very, very successful young brother. And, I have an honor to actually be a part in your life as far as in high school, just, playing basketball, JV, using varsity, and showing your leadership, how vocal you were and how versatile you were on the court, and just how cool and, as far as with people, you were just always a people person, no matter what color, what race, anything of that sort.
Not to cut you off, though, but, I feel like that really came from, the family atmosphere Coach Davis tried to build around Hopewell when he was there. And, Coach Boss, too. Excuse me. Coach Boss was there after Coach Davis left. He took over, too.
Yeah, I know.
So the family atmosphere they tried to build. So when I got in, man, we had, the older kids that looked out for us, like the Terrence Griggs, the Anthony Behringers, and Joey Shanleys, people like that. And it got passed down to Duval Murray and Chaz Green, all that. So by the time it got to me, when I was there, man, I wanted to look out for y'all, man, and really be like that senior, leader. You know what I'm saying? So look out for the youngins and, keep them on the right path.
So let's talk about your childhood. What things, as far as, let's start it off in elementary, because everybody has that vivid childhood elementary memory. We might not remember everything about elementary, but we got that one thing that sticks to you. What changed you in elementary? Because something drastic had to change.
As far as a drastic change in elementary school, so I actually was born in Wilson, North Carolina. Small town. The major city beside it is probably like Greenville, Rocky Mount, that area. So I'm from Eastern North Carolina originally, but probably like 2004 we moved here. But that's the only change I had, and that wasn't really in elementary school. That was like middle school. So coming from that small town and moving here and having more things to do and more outlets, really to explore other options, as far as things to do, then that's pretty much my big drastic change, So
See, for me, as far as with elementary, my biggest change of what I had to go through is just getting used to going back and forth for different households. I didn't really, I wasn't really raised into a traditional family like your mom and dad.
Right, yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people are not these days. But what I had to do is just get used to learning two different, lifestyles, two different opinions, two different teachings.
Right.
I would stay at my mom's house for about 2 weeks, and then I would go with my dad. My dad was Army strict, by the book.
Facts, yeah.
And that had an effect on me as far as growing up as a young lad in elementary.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't be myself sometimes.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Because my dad was so strict. But my mom will allow me to be me. So it was always that constant change, in me as far as in elementary. But when I got to middle school, I feel like that's when I changed as a person.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, as far as growing up in the youth, parents don't realize that kids have traumatic things that happen at school or happen with their friends, and most times they use the adult advice on us.
Yeah.
Can you agree?
I can agree with that.
And then they expect us to reciprocate that at our age.
Well, the thing about it is, man, I feel like, the adult advice is good for some things, but like my mom always says, stuff repeats itself. So, but her thing is, like, she may give advice, but I got to kind of adapt it into what's going on today. Like, it's not 1970 anymore, 1980, you know what I'm saying? So I got to kind of adapt or take what she's saying and kind of mold it and make it fit in a way that I can use today. You know what I'm saying?
So how have you done that? Like, what life experience that you learned when you was younger from your mom that you be like, oh yeah, I remember this, and this how I handle this situation?
Man, there's so many lessons, but I feel like it's more so dealing with people. Like, I was raised in a 2-parent household. My mom and my dad were always present. You know what I'm saying? And they always raised me to kind of be thoughtful. Teaching. Treating people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? That's like the golden rule. You know what I'm saying? So. For me, that's the biggest lesson they taught me. So like if I saw somebody like who didn't have it as well around me, then I try to gravitate toward them and kind of pull them up. So mainly her lesson was kind of how to reach out to people like that. But obviously her way of talking to people back then is not the way to talk to people now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by adapting to today's society. You know what I'm saying? So
one thing. But my dad was so strict, and we're still on middle school. In the middle school days, I lost one of my closest friends that I'll never ever see again. And the crazy thing is, I still think about her periodically throughout the day. Her name was Danielle Perry, and she actually passed away from bone cancer.
Yeah,
right?
R.I.P.
And that's how I actually got into track, because we had made a promise that when track season came about, that we was gonna run together. I said, yeah, you go get healthy, you gonna get your transplant, you gonna be back in school. And she would visit school and be sick. And when she passed away, my dad was so insensitive about that.
Yeah.
He was like, I had like that week I had to go over to his house, and she passed away, and he wanted to be all strict and shit.
Yeah, but you said your dad had a military background?
Military, and he was police in Charlotte for about 20 plus years.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, empathy is a big thing, but I can't really hold it against like military people because of things they've been through and things they've seen. So, and even us, man, even for like young youth, man, it's like war on the street sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not like war; it is war.
Yeah. So it's like, PTSD. Everybody's got it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to your dad's, I'm saying I know it. I feel him on that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's been through, what he's seen, so I can't expect him to react how I react, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
So let's get to high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Youth in high school, I feel like that is the need to be the most target area right now in these days because they think they grown.
No, that's a fact. But we thought we was grown too.
Not like them.
No, we had a little bit more respect.
A little bit more respect, but because we know we still get fucked up when we go home.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Nowadays, parents are scared to hit their kids.
Yeah, but I feel like it's we got kids that are, kids that are younger than us raising other kids, man. So, people look at their mom like their sister, bro. Like that ain't even, what I'm saying? That ain't an authority figure. Like,
it's not.
So, my thing is, man, to have other people around, that's kind of like that authority figure that'll step in. But that's been, lacking these days. You feel me? So
it really has been lacking. And I agree to the fact that you have kids raising kids, and you have kids that are taking their kids and just dumping it off to people and babysitting, right?
Fact. Leaving them at their
mom's house, grandma's house, and leaving to their grandma to raise. But you were the one that actually laid down and had sex unprotectedly, and he nutted in you. Let's be real. There's no approval. I don't really care what you think. This is the honest to God truth. You were the one that laid down with your baby daddy. You had this baby and you brought him into this world, but you're not taking full responsibility for it.
And that's what you do, man. I mean, that's you're supposed to take responsibility for your actions, bro. So, yeah.
But that's the reason they're not. They're not sitting down and be like, yeah, I need to teach this baby how to do this or the ABCs or 1, 2, 3. But you're not thinking that at the age of 21 when they're like 5 or 6. And when you're 16 years old and pregnant, you're not thinking about that. You're still thinking, when I drop this baby, I'm going to go out, hang out. I'm still
doing. You can't do that. You lost that privilege. You know what I'm saying?
But you made
Catch
that
it on the back end. Get it when you 35, 40. When your kid grown, you can come back to that.
Look, I ain't got no kids right now, so at least you lucky. You can still have your life at 35. Because when I'm 35, my kid probably be like 15 something. Because I'm 27 and 0.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to the point to where I'm about to be like y'all when y'all was 16. It don't matter. I'm about to shoot up the club.
Crazy boy, crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that because they crazy out here, man. But back to realization, I just feel like parents need to take more responsibility in this era and age. Like it's just so much that is being missed and so much that's being thrown on the older generation that they tired. They don't want to raise somebody anymore. And we need to just take ownership as far as the young adults. Now, I'm not going to bash every woman and say, or every man and say that they had it at an early age that they're not doing a good job, because some people
that's
just.
Not true at all. I know some great parents, man, that, really stepped up after they, had their kid or kids, plural, and are doing great jobs. Great examples for parents in the future. So it is what it is, bro. Like, can't bash everybody. Just the ones that be at the club every week.
And that's the one that's the ones that be at the club every week be the main ones that are like raw dick and pussy.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, that's the honest to God truth. I'm sorry, it's no approval.
Podcast.
It's been 2 weeks, so I can't watch my tongue, but it's all right. So my biggest thing is, what are you seeing in your programs today that actually scare you, or what do you see that's positive and what do you see that's negative? Give me 2 of those things, positive and negative.
So right now I'm in more of an affluent area, so I don't have the struggles that I had prior to coming there. Originally I was working in Tarboro, North Carolina for a year. If you don't know anything about Tarboro, it's in Edgecombe County, which is more of like the poorer counties in North Carolina. And by the time I got there, they had a hurricane that came through and people lost houses. We're going through hard times, man. So my job pretty much over there was just to, help alleviate that pain they were feeling at home and, give kids, a place to go, things to do, participate. Like, to put it in perspective for you, like our registration fees in Belmont are probably like $50 in city, $75 out of city. Like, people can afford that. You got a lot of people that are transplanting or moving from like the Northeast and Midwest and coming down here, so they got a little bit of money. But over there in Tarboro, our registration fees were like $10, man. $5 in city, $10 out of city, bro. Like, they just couldn't afford to pay the money, you know. So I had to that was my biggest obstacle over there, is making things work the way I'm making it work over here. And yeah, man, with no money in the budget really, so making something out of nothing, you feel me? So
what has, in this field of watching these young kids do what they do in your programs, what has made you say, wow, that's crazy?
It's been a couple of them, man, but more so.
Name one. Let's name one of them.
So you had a kid that had two parents that were heroin addicts, and he used to come to the centers, and right after school, come to the rec centers, and he had to spend time and do homework over there. And staff would make sure he did his homework and things like that, but we knew his background and what he came from. So yeah, that was a wild moment. Just for me, it's eye opening, because I ain't really come from that. You know what I'm saying? You know, both my parents were there, were present, were at every game. You feel me? Like, were always supporting me and things like that. But to see what the obstacles kids go through, and still we expect them to, you know, be successful, it's hard, man. It's just because I'm starting to race at the finish line. They starting to race. Not at the finish line, but at the starting line, right? And they're starting it way back there. You feel me? Because I feel like I kind of got a head start a little bit with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's a wild moment, just to see what other people go through, and they're expected to be as successful as you, but they're just going through more. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I didn't work, because I worked for everything I had, but that's just extra added on. You feel me?
So I want to touch on a little basis of having the support system of your parents. That's something that stuck out to me, because I had the support of my parents, and my parents did a good job of motivating me and, you know, steering me in the right path. But I know it's kind of tough when you have a total of 4 kids. You're not going to be able to make it to everything.
Yeah, I get it.
And as when I was younger, my mom went to middle school, she'll definitely go to like all my track meets. I used to be like, yo, that's my baby.
Facts, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to run a little bit.
Good too, don't
like,
just being there.
Boy, I ran a little bit fast. You said, hold on, my mama here.
And that's a testament. That's like showing, like, to kids, like parents, man, you being there means so much to your kid. Like, just having your support, even if you can't make it all the time, just showing up. You know, a lot of parents don't.
And in middle school, I felt like I would have had more success when it came to my sports, if they were there in high school.
Yeah,
you know,
like
you already know the background of Hopewell track. You know, we won nationals, won the first, probably the only conference ever. Still,
squad, yeah.
We had a game. It wasn't playing.
That's a fact.
But I felt that if I had my mama still cheering me on, or even my pops, my dad, you know, I have a stepfather too, even anybody. You know, I'm like, why I don't got no support like at this level?
Yeah.
But I felt like it's a testimony to now to where I can be on my own.
Right.
See, because if I had that support there, then knowing me as a person, I probably would have still been looking for it like right now. But I feel like that made me a lot more tougher to be out here to survive on my own, because I already feel, I wouldn't say I don't need them, but I already use that as my very, very last resource, because they taught me how to stand on my 2 feet.
Yeah.
So
I mean, with me, man, so I was adopted as a kid, man, straight up, like when I was born, probably a couple months after I was born. And my parents now, my adopted parents, but my parents, the only parents I ever known, raised me, you know what I'm saying? And just last year, I met my sister, you know what I'm saying, who was adopted as well. Come to find out, I got, 2 older brothers and sisters, and then 2 younger brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the middle of, so that's been a big year for me. But I just wanted to touch on, like, how my parents, man, took me in. I didn't come from them, but I'm theirs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they've always, I feel like I'm the only kid, I'm the only child in my household, but, I think I'm like, I don't know, I'm blessed to have them, man, because I easily could have ended up in foster care, and not had the life I have now. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what could have happened? So
how did that feel as far as like finally like meeting your blood sister?
Man, it's crazy, man. Like I felt like I always had one out there, but she kind of put the whole family together, really, because she really got in touch with my 2 older brothers and sisters, my birth mother, my youngest brother. She pretty much I was the last one that got contacted. You feel me? So it's just a weird moment, really, man. And I really haven't met her face to face yet, but you know, we just been talking through the phone and things like that. But it's kind of weird, man, because you don't grow up with them, but you kind of feel a connection. So
I get it because I wasn't really that close to my dad's side of the family, and my auntie had hit me up when I was 18 went to college. Yeah. She was planning this a long time. She said I planned this since I was little when y'all was.
She met up with you?
Yeah, I call my auntie right now on FaceTime. She'll be like, "Hey, baby, you know." Shout out to my auntie Latoya, I love you. Yeah. And saying that, you know, that's just how the childhood developed. Like, you know what I'm saying, you being adopted. You also, like, going through things as far as with the youth and your program and your job and just having parents as herring addicts. Like, that would me doing that job, that would, like, they say don't take your job home.
Oh, yeah.
A bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm sending a kid.
It's easy to do. You thinking about what he going through and you at home chilling.
Eating. Watching Netflix and chilling. Yeah. And he probably looking at his mom and dad shooting up.
Crazy.
So in saying that, in transition, what improvements do we need to make, you know, as far as with the youth? You know, what things that we need to bring back and what things that we need to eliminate?
Shit, man, I think I'm trying to make it right now. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to be that. I don't want to be no father figure or nothing like that, but I want to be, you know, a person that's around, you know what I'm saying, they feel they can talk to, like in a safe, you know, safe space, you know what I'm saying, and provide that. I feel like they don't have that a lot at home. So I feel like we have a service to the youth as far as people our age to really give back and to really make an effort to be there, because you don't know what they're going through, man. So that's the improvement we can make, man, as a whole society, as far as, you know, helping the youth out, man, and just being that person that's present. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to just, you know, shove them off and be like, man, whatever, man. You live your life, man. Figure it out. But that ain't how it's supposed to be, man. So
I think the improvements that we need to make is, from my standpoint, being there is one, but also change how we listen. And we got to adapt to change. I feel like as far as what needs to be eliminated is less more technology. Technology is a big distraction.
Gift and a curse.
It's a gift and a curse. But I remember when I was growing up, I ain't getting my first cell phone until I was about, boy. And the funny thing is, I had to share my cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you talking about sharing your cell phone with three other siblings?
The only reason I got a cell phone was because, like, basketball practice would run late.
I know.
In middle school, so she's like, you don't have to have this, but you ain't using it at night. I sneak downstairs, try to text people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got that bill because text messages they used to cost back then. I would know, man. We went to California when I was about 13, 14. Not trying to get off topic, but you talking about texting. Man, I don't.
Out of state text too on calls.
Back in the day, hell yeah, it was.
Yeah,
man, I was texting.
And don't be calling nobody if it ain't night. If it ain't the night.
I was in a whole different time zone. I didn't get. I didn't care. I was talking to my shorties. I had about. I was talking to my shorties back in the day. I don't care. They hit me up. I hit them back. Zoo, whatever. Had a little ringtone that I put up to the damn TV to record.
Time out. Not to get off topic real quick. What about T9 Word, bro? Can you still text T9 Word? You can't.
Yeah.
Pull out the flip phone and do it.
I'll be out. They click. Yeah. So these kids don't know nothing about that. They know about hitting the
T9
Word. Boy, when they start coming out with easier stuff, then we start getting happy because T9 Word, you fuck up, you gotta go all the way back.
That's a fact, boy. I don't miss it.
Like I was saying, like you put the phone up and record.
That's my voicemail.
Voicemail, hey, this theirs ain't able to get with you. Play a little slow jam.
Yeah, I got the slow jam playing in the back. What you know about it, boy?
Oh, you just recorded it for your ringtone, but your brother and sister over here yelling and shit, so you gotta redo it. Don't let One Season Part come on.
Oh yeah.
You be like, oh, this is my song. Hold on.
Yeah, and I'm waiting on a certain song to play so I can record it.
Exactly.
Done.
Hey man, those were good old days. They don't do that no more. But I feel like technology was one of the biggest things, and that we need to, I wouldn't say eliminate, but we need to take more and more parental control over. I feel like there should be more security things that are mapped out as far as to monitor our kids, maybe like a little mirroring system on our phone or an app to see exactly what they're searching, because your kids, these kids 10 years old and got phones. Like, people at my job be like, yo, I'm about to get my baby phone. I be like, how old your baby? Nah. I be like, what the fuck?
My little cousin got one. My little cousins all got phones, man. It's scary because the things they can see, but that goes to the parents, man. Y'all got to be around. Y'all got to.
But that's the thing. They're not always. Not always gonna be around. When I'm on a bus,
you gonna sneak and see some stuff.
Right.
But also, I want to speak on, like, it's okay to see some stuff, but as a parent, you got to be there too to be like, okay, you saw that. That's cool. I ain't even tripping. But that's wrong. How this happened.
Mm-hmm.
You got to really break down what's right and what's wrong, because some people don't know, and they grow up to be adults who don't know what's right and what's wrong, and we know the consequences of that. So.
But that right there, that technology is really gonna stick with me for a while. I know when I get a parent, I'll become a parent. Now who knows when. Not even trying to put a timetable on that shit.
I ain't even trying to talk about it.
Nah, I need to put lifestyle in the air because I'm talking about it. But I know when I become a parent, that's one of the things that I'm going to monitor. Because I believe it's so influential to kids. It's like rap.
Yeah.
Like the rap that's being put out right now. And these kids, like my mom used to say, every damn word to a rap song, but you ain't got all motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can't tell me what a math problem is. You can't find X, but you can know every damn.
You can't read this damn sentence. But you know everything. You know everything that Young Jeezy saying.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Right. So it goes back to that, and I had an ex, and her brother was just on the tablet all the time. Just give him his tablet. He'd be quiet. No, go spend time with him. Yeah. Take his ass outside to play basketball.
We don't see kids outside no more.
What? Can you repeat that?
We don't see kids outside no more. They ain't playing outside, bro.
They don't even have bikes anymore. They have hoverboards. What the fuck is a hover?
We ain't even getting a social interaction, because like when we went outside the neighborhood, bro, we playing football, playing basketball.
We running.
We having fist fights, and
right.
It's how you deal with. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to deal with people out there. They not getting that no more. Now we got little crazy Johnny at home because he only know how to deal with a tablet. He don't really know how to talk to them.
Oh, he want to play Call of Duty or Fortnite and talk trash on Fortnite and shit.
That ain't it.
That's not it. Like, we're corrupting our whole brains. We're taking the social aspect of humans at an early age out.
That's a fact.
And it is a process, because I understand now. Like, growing up, you understand. No, you can't have this. No, you can't have that, because I wasn't even developed or I wasn't mature to get what I was asking for. See, these parents these days is give their kids because they're not trying to deal with they crying and whatever the case may be, tinge them, champion them and shit like that. And y'all scared. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. Y'all scared to even whoop y'all fucking kids. That's the shit I don't rock with. You scared to whoop your kids. You discipline them, putting them in timeout. What the fuck timeout teaching them?
Nothing. My mom was like, if I put you in timeout, I'm coming in timeout with you. We in timeout together. Bring the belt.
Man, like I told you, my real dad, well, both of my pops, my I don't even call him my stepdad. My pops and my real dad. My pops is, you already know what that means. My real dad, sperm donor. You already know what that means. Gotcha. My real dad, he ain't play that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He ain't play that shit. Him like, we could be doing something simple, and I still don't get to this day, something simple. I was doing some yard work one day. He was like, "You moving too slow." I looked at him. I was like, shh, nigga, I'm the one carrying this log. Like, what the fuck? He said, I'm going to put some fire to your ass, and hopefully that makes you speed up. You feel me? Like, like what the hell?
It's crazy.
Like, that was the type of authorities and shit that we went through back in the day. Now it's, I'm going to call this. And then this bullying shit.
Yeah.
Like, all this shit that's the shit that pisses me off. Everything in the news is bringing up categories. Bullying. How to deal with a bully. Yeah, you know how to deal with a bully? Whoop his ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's simple.
Or lose, but you earn respect by stealing off on them.
Right.
So.
And I'm sorry that if y'all don't agree with it and y'all want to be all sensitized and say, we need to do this, we need to talk it out. Talking out don't do shit. You got to have actions. If you're bullying me, I remember at Hopewell, because I dressed a little bit nice. People thought I had money or whatever the case in the neighborhood. I was jumped before in school, my 9th grade year on a bus. But I also took up for myself from a bully. He was like, I forgot what grade he was in, but I told him, I said,
you should have pulled up on me, bro. You know, I was down the hallway. I would have had you.
Man, bruh, this is everything happened on the bus for some odd reason while I was at Hopewell.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's when stuff go wrong anyway.
Bro, you remember the riots?
Bro, that was funny, though. That was
We said riots.
Bro, Allah, stop it. We had to go in there.
Okay. We're not going to get off topic of that. But with the bullying, I was like, man, if you touch me again, I'm going to rock the shit out you.
You got to.
He hit me. I was like, oh, you think I'm playing? Not bing. Start whooping his ass. My brother jumped in. Start beating his sister ass. Like, because she started grabbing hitting my brother. Like, it was crazy. But bullying and all these categories being all this depression, your young kids with depression. Why do they have depression? You feel me? Yeah, you know, all these things are question marks that when we were growing up, we rarely had.
That's true. I don't think I'm qualified enough to speak on depression.
Me neither. I'm not going. I can,
it, but
I'm not.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows, man? Who knows on that one? I can't even join that topic. But you know, if you say you're going through depression, bro, I believe you. But I don't know why. I don't know what causes it for kids that young. You feel me? So
I don't know what causes it for kids that young neither, because that was the last shit on my motherfucking mind. Yeah. Because guess what? We had activities to do. Like you said before, when we went back, we was going outside. We was going on cousin's house. We was going outside. We was playing hide and go seek. We had all these extra games. We was riding bikes. We was doing just activities to keep us busy. We had Legos. Now, like I said, all you got is a PlayStation. We had PlayStation, but bruh, we didn't even play it like that.
Dog, if I was playing PlayStation too long, my mom kicking me out the house, bro. She's like, go play in the neighborhood, bro.
No.
Straight up.
And my mom be like, you better get your ass out the damn game.
You gotta get out the house. Yeah, you can't. You can play at night, but we not playing during the day. She's like, go outside.
So, I mean, that's the biggest trend now is so much technology based. And I feel like parents, not even just talking about the younger parents, but also the 28 to something parents, they're not paying attention because their life is so quote unquote too busy. So why you have this kid?
Yeah, and I don't want to feel like we bashing parents either, bro.
No,
I ain't got all the answers because I ain't got one.
Me neither.
So I know everybody's just trying to figure it out, and I'll be trying to figure it out too when I have my own. So it's easy for me to say the answers now, but I ain't really got them. So all I ask is that y'all be present in y'all's kids' lives.
Be more. I would say one thing that I'm gonna speak with the men, because to me, I feel like I said things a little bit, I wouldn't say sexist, but I was just focusing on one group. As a man, the things that I saw growing up is to actually listen to your son. This is what I would do. And also, don't punish them from every little thing that they do, because we're already punished enough as far as being black out here in this community. And for your dad to punish you for doing everything wrong or having that fearfulness that you're going to get a whooping, it shouldn't be that case.
I feel like every mistake should be like a learning opportunity to really like teach somebody something. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you did this. These are the consequences for that. Okay, but how are we gonna get better? How are we gonna combat this so you don't have to make the same mistake again? You feel me? So everything should be like a learning type of thing. So I mean, I feel you on that. Don't don't punish them for every little thing. But.
And I just feel like as far as black men, we're doing, I would say, just on the outside looking in, the people that I know, the examples that I have, like my homeboys that have kids now, I think it's like 2 people out of the group as far as the tight knits from high school. And the crazy thing, my homeboy A-Lo, he had a baby.
Heard. I ain't know.
And he about to get married.
That's what's up.
And he got 2 stepkids.
That's what's up.
It is what's up, but he was the main motherfucker, but like, I ain't having no kids. But
people change, bro.
He does change, but some things don't. But one thing that don't change is his high spirit, his high energy, and his love that he has for the youth. He does flag football, and he's out there with his 2 stepkids and treating them like that their own. And that's something that my stepfather did. He never, I never felt like I was a stepkid, a stepchild.
Right.
And I really commend him for that. So that's a great example of a black man doing the good things. And also my other homie Bosa, he does excellent with his daughter, taking care. I just feel like, this time as far as with black men, when it comes to taking care of kids, not all of us have it, right? But we do have some characteristics that we are trying.
We can do better, but at the same time, bro, there's a whole lot of positive examples.
Exactly.
So.
And I feel like the most positive examples, or even the positive examples in this world, don't get noticed because it's always negative when it comes to a black man and his kids. And then the main thing is when the mom and dad is not together, then that's when the bashing start. So I'm not gonna get into all that.
Man, I'm not, listen, bro. I just want to say this, bro. Baby mamas, baby daddies, bro. Don't bash your significant other in front of the kid, bro. Like, do whatever you want to do, like behind closed doors, but not in front of the kid, man, because the kid takes that in and he'll take that over to the other person's house, and that can cause all sorts of, conflict. So please don't, man. Cut it out if you're doing it.
So, in saying that, one thing before we leave, I got another question here about the youth. What good things are you seeing that you wish you would have done as a kid?
I did a lot of good things, man.
I mean,
like my mom made me do that stuff.
Man, though. I mean, no. Before we get into it, like, we both are similar. We know each other.
Yeah.
We did some amazing shit. Just even get to college and still be here right now. So. I mean, our path wasn't easy, but we're still standing here. But these kids are doing some amazing things. What are they doing amazing?
They're getting more involved in the science and technology part. And we bashed technology before.
But like you said, it was a good and also on the bad.
And the curse, you feel me? So they're getting more involved into like the engineering type stuff, the technology, the science aspect. Man, when I was growing up, it really wasn't that cool to be doing that type of stuff. But let's go against the grain, man. Don't worry about what people think. And I wish I would have gotten more involved in the science stuff. I got involved a little bit late. Like college, I majored in exercise science, which gives you like the background of everything that goes on.
You majored in exercise science?
Yeah, exercise science. Bro.
I got sports science degree.
Yeah, about the
same thing. It's the same damn thing.
Bro. So
it's crazy.
Same thing, but I wish I would have gotten involved earlier, man, and really applied myself into that type of stuff. So.
One thing that I say that the youth is actually doing well is marketing themselves, like with the technology.
Man, yeah, social media is
crazy. My
crazy.
gosh, like these kids out here are talented. And I wish we to be real with you, we kind of like the old heads because we started this shit.
That's
like I changed my profile every fucking week. What's up?
Yeah, that's straight up.
I had a top.
We was doing coding, bro. Like we was
copy,
doing the little copy paste, putting the little
hold on, this didn't work. His website tried, it didn't work.
Yeah, I need the whole background, put the whole thing, and we was doing that.
Everybody had Soulja Boy.
Think about that. Now they taking it one step further. And
really
building on that. So.
Like, and to be real, like in our day, it was Soulja Boy.
Yeah, he started it off. I feel like, and we call him crazy, but he really did spearhead that whole, movement.
Wealthy for life.
That's a fact, man. Shout out Soldier Boy, bro.
Shout out Soldier. You know, you know what I'm saying. Don't get that on
Big
camera.
Soldier ain't from the hood.
Fake ass. I'm sorry, my bad. But yeah, the technology and just be able to find kids doing their thing as far as dancing, art. Shit, they starting their own businesses out before us. I'm like, damn.
We got kids that are brands now, bro.
Exactly.
Like, you're a brand. Like, that's, you know.
It's amazing. And when we was growing up, that's rare that you hear about something. But now it's popping up over the place. Like, I'm not even, to be honest with you, I don't even know the dude's name, but the guy reviewed the little boy. I don't know his name off the top of my head. He reviewed toys on YouTube. They're making like $10 million. Dude making like $10 million.
That's crazy. I mean,
so he could go to McDonald's and be like, "Yo, buy this toy."
It's out there. Like, if you want to make some side money, bro, you can build a whole platform by doing stuff like that.
But it takes time.
It does. But everything takes time. It's a grind, bro. It's a hustle. Like, get on it. You know what I'm saying? So
before we close up with No Approval, what are the youth doing? I want you to leave them with, you know, we've been talking about parenting. We've been talking about the technology. We talk about how we grew up and how we had, you know, we was riding bikes, playing hide and go seek, just being interactive and sociable. How technology took the social part away, but also brought a different type of branding into the world. I'll say 3. Give me 2 things that you can leave people with to know that the youth is doing excellent and to look for in the future.
What, to let people know that they're doing great?
Yeah.
Shoot, man. I just say just follow the trends, man. As far as, you know, new trends that they're starting, new things that they're doing on social media. What else, man? I see, like, in the near future, bro, I feel like there's gonna be some strides in science. You know, with what's the generation after us? What's that? Gen Z?
I don't fucking know. I know I'm there. I'm old as hell.
I don't know, bro. Anyways, those Gen Z kids, I feel like
they're
gonna do some, besides eating Tide Pods and shit like that. But I feel like they're gonna do some big things as far as science goes, bro. And hopefully, man, we can find one of those kids to find a cure for cancer or something like that. So.
No, we don't need that. No.
That's a whole deep subject, and I feel like they're not gonna really want us to find a cure for that because it's a money thing behind it. But hopefully,
honestly, hey, it's a cure out there for it.
Oh yeah, but it's money, man.
Nah, it's a cure. It's a cure out there for every disease that's out there.
Yeah,
but it costs them. It costs us more money and put money into their pockets because if everybody was cured around the world,
they wouldn't need it. That's what I'm saying. It's all money. It's all money. But
I'm not stupid. You will never ever in that life. Will you donate to this charity? Hell no.
No, you're not donating to charity.
I don't. If it's not like a small type of thing with that I know
I
that
gotta research the company and feel like it's going to something positive.
Even if I research this company, you can put anything on your website. I don't believe. Every time that pisses me off because my grandma passed from cancer.
Yeah.
And in high school, and that pisses me off every time I go somewhere. You want to donate to this cancer research? Hell no, because every year y'all say y'all made millions and 30+ billions and something trillions of dollars in donations, and we still don't have a fucking cure. So what the hell my money going towards?
Well, I mean, yeah, I get you. I feel you on that, but yeah, I hear you, bro.
It's
a money thing, but
just don't believe it.
Yeah, I feel you for sure. But I just look out for science tries, bro. Like I feel like it's really gonna be a boom with that generation, bro. Just because
Yeah, and I think it is. So, and I think we're gonna have flying cars in here, and we're gonna be 50 years old when we start.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think we're gonna have flying cars?
I feel like my kids might have it, but I don't think we're gonna have it. I hope so.
You want to put bread on that?
We can put bread on.
Okay, how much you want to put on that? So 50 years when we turn 50, we'll have flying cars at the age. That's
50. I'll put a stack on it, bro. I'll put $1,000.
I don't know about no stack. I don't know how many kids I'm gonna have. Put about 500 on there. I can put a stack on it. I can put a stack on there. So about 50, I'm gonna call you up. I'm like,
yeah, we got flying cars, bro.
Nah, I'm
talking about for everybody though, not just one.
Wow, how you gonna throw that in the mix now?
Not just one, bro. Like They probably got one right now. They probably got a flying car right now.
They working on it.
I'm talking about you go to the dealership and cop the Cadillac flying car, bro. Like,
I want the Tesla flying car because that's
that's probably gonna be out of there.
That probably be like one.
Hey, by the way, if anybody got one of them self-driving Teslas, bro, I gotta try it out, yo.
Yeah, I want one
for sure.
With the peanut butter guts.
Oh yeah.
I want to make it ghetto. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
But we had fun doing this show. I actually really enjoyed it, man. You open my mind to different things,
definitely,
like especially like that hearing thing is gonna stick with me tonight.
Oh yeah. It's just an eye-opening experience, bro. Like what people are going through, you don't even know.
And you wanna, I don't even want to get back into that. But my closing remarks is, pay your kids more attention.
That's a fact.
Love them more. The scars that you had growing up, do not put that on your kids. And also, before you lay down and before you, go to the next step, make sure that person is right.
That's a fact.
That's the only thing I have to say. Because I ain't got no damn kids. And like I said, I'm 27 for a fucking reason.
Knocking on wood, bro.
I don't need to knock on wood. I'm not having them. But in saying that, I apologize for leaving y'all for 2 weeks. I'm back in full effect. Phase 2, No Approval. King Darius out. Appreciate you, Alex.
For sure.